opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, heck of a move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That is caught. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive gains from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, for me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. In motion comes the tight end left. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now 3rd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They go play action here. Purdy. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And Hurts It's able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
That's good.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. They try to set up the screen. Ooh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
Oh, he'll have some regrets on that one. Right there for him, and he dropped it. Still, terrific anticipation to see the screen and get to a spot early enough to nearly pick that one off.
Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Chase Lucas that time there in coverage.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And throwing here, Purdy. That's complete to Pearson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's more on the return. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Niners are going on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Purdy now to throw. The back foot throw there is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, 49ers.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. McCaffrey running up the middle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Zach Ball there on the tackle.
Now someone is pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy. And it's caught by Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? See this.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, They threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hurts. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 2nd and 8. Purdy. This is Jennings. And a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Now San Francisco will call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy will look to throw again here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, and that is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
So
here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch inmate catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. And throwing here, Purdy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Up the middle with Barkley. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Diabador Lenore up to make the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Niners offense had Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. They haven't hit any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er 1st down.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Sidney Brown in on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Purdy bootlegging it. There's a short one caught by Tonjes. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 6. Purdy now to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves to Stix.
A gain of 13
What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. A throw left side for Pearson is complete.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another 49er 1st down.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
Called in left side here by Jennings. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
2 yards on the
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 46 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
33. That's another Eagles 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
makes
Limited
it
time
2nd
left
and
on the
10
clock
at
after
the
that
21-yard
incompletion. So I
line.
think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains and take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 23-yard line.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.